Okay, hey family. So this is another edition of What's in the Bag. Molly just came in from outside, and it's pouring rain here in California. So super late, actually super early. I was up super late. So let's just get right into what's going on. Okay, so it was Anchor Electronics, 2040 Walsh Avenue. Check them out. Anchor, Anchor Electronics. Handwritten receipt. Many thanks. Okay, uh, a couple things real quick. Why I went in there. Number one was this little Arduino over here. I'm using a relay and a DHT11 to basically turn on and off this metal fan. This is a 5-volt metal fan. So it's got a like aluminum blade and stuff like that. So it's pretty good for heat resistance and stuff. So what the idea is this will be on my ducting on the floor, and I need a way to blow the heat or pull the heat from the duct down below. So even though it's forced air, I also find that if I have a fan, it'll accelerate it. And maybe I'll show you another one where I actually picked one up at a discount store where it actually fits over your register, they call it, and you just set a like a pot on it, a potentiometer on it, and it turns on and turns off when the temperature is detected that the heater is on. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a blower, I guess you could call it. Okay, let's get right into this. All right, so nice. I picked this up. I thought this was kind of cool, and a couple of these things I picked up because I think it's Christmas, so just selfish me, not really. I picked some stuff up because if I have time off, I kind of want to be able to be doing things. All right, so this is a 4 relay shield for the Arduino. It's like they're almost basically the same for all of them, but they give you just 4 relays that you can switch on and off, and they're pretty good rating. 250 volts, but to be honest, I don't think I'd ever run like a light bulb or anything out of this. I think you should just always stick to low voltage stuff, just to be safe. So again, that's a Arduino shield for 4 relay. Okay, I don't want to mix it up too much. All right. So this one is a motor driver. So it looks like it's a 2 motor driver. So usually like an M1 and an M2 motor driver, like you see in a lot of the cars. So this is another Arduino shield. So I use the Adafruit one, and it's been pretty awesome. But this one is made by MH Electronics, and I'll give it a try. Looks like I can run 2 servos or 2 motors, and I think they're all kind of the same. You start figuring out the code for them. I think ST Microelectronics has some really good ones. I think that's who it was, but I don't use those anymore, just for whatever reason. Okay, so then we got a couple of these. These are kind of like if you have 2 wires and you could just clip it down. So you've seen these before, but these just are quick connects for like two gate, 2 wires that you want to connect and you don't want to solder or something. So they're kind of cool. They got a little lever, and you pinch it down and it holds the wire. I got a lot of stuff, so I'm ripping through here pretty quick. Okay, so obviously that's me. There's a 0.98 OLED, and I think I'll probably pick these up because we all know that that's the future, right? I mean, OLEDs or whatever LEDs, that's where you're going to be working on later. So, okay. A 7-inch jumpers. Who doesn't need jumpers, right? We all need jumpers. And a lot of the stuff I just went in there thinking that I needed. Okay, so here's the main reason why I went in there. So this is a female USB. So currently I have a little wall wart plug, and then the USB goes to the fan, but I needed a way to, instead of cutting the cable, I needed a way to have a connector with some headers, and this will go on the PCB, and then I can actually tie in this USB on off into the relay. So I don't need to cut the cable. I didn't want to do that. I want to keep this original. So I thought, where would I find that? So I went to Anchor Electronics, and then I picked this up. So it's just a female USB connector that'll be on here. It'll go into the circuit, and the relay will just have the two leads in and out, and it'll turn on and off that circuit. So it just needs to be one wire that's turned on and off. Okay, so that was one of the main reasons why I went in there. The other reason why I went in there was I've been using the DHT11, and I use the DHT11. I know a lot of you don't like using that. Some people do. I don't mind it. If you have the code right and you have the library right, then it works pretty much all the time. But the other thing I've been really getting into is these BMP 280s. Just a little small little guy like this. These do temperature and humidity, and that's a BMP 280. And you should be getting into these because they're super compact. They're super easy. It is I2C. You know, all those things that you look for, you know, when you're looking for components. There's also a 680, and that one is does pressure, right? And it's kind of like a air quality type one. But that one's 4 times the amount. They're pretty expensive. All right, so I don't know if you've ever gotten these. These are the little PCBs. These are like 3-inch PCBs. These are super handy. I like these because maybe you can't see it, but I always like to stick them on to the Arduino shields. So this is an example of the size of the shield. That's an example of that being on there. So it's really convenient that you can just put this on top. You don't need a big old breadboard. You don't need a big breadboard like this. You can use a really small one. Most circuits fit on there. Most components fit on there. All right, okay. These are I got a little special thing. When I went in there, I didn't expect to see these, but I picked up 2 ESP32s. Now, I'm not a super fan of ESPs. I know that I've been doing it with the WeMOS D1, which is like an Arduino kind of one, and I just thought maybe I better get this. So I know I have another ESP, and I think it's the better one, but it doesn't really matter, right? What I need to do is just get familiar with the coding for the ESP, get familiar with the Wi-Fi functions of it, learn its pins, and then I'll have a couple more things in my arsenal for me to be able to run something wirelessly. Although the Pico W is pretty awesome, it's just hard. I think the IDE development environment is just a little weird using Thonny or CircuitPython or MicroPython. You know, those two things they're okay. It's just different for me, so I'm just trying to integrate into that and get more comfortable with it, just like everyone else. But sometimes you like to go back to the old faithful. So a couple ESPs. So we're going to think about what kind of projects we can do with that. Maybe I can get the BirdPi cam going again out there. Those guys love that food. So. All right, I got some black. These are female to male 10-inch jumpers, and so the other ones were these are just male to male, and this is male to female. So remember, you got to get both types, and you should get just both females. All right, so the last thing in the bag, it happens to be another one of these. Okay, so 2. So that's what I got out of Anchor Electronics. Really happy there. You know, one guy was in there and he said something like, you know, every time I'm in here I spend way too much time, and that seems to be the thing for everybody. You know, once you get in there, it's like this time warp where you're just kind of deciding what your project's going to be, deciding what you want to build, and you really get some decompression time in there to understand what are your possibilities. So maybe check out their website. Maybe if you're in you know, Sunnyvale, you can go check them out. You know, if you come into Silicon Valley, I think it's one of the better places in all of Silicon Valley to go into. If your friends aren't into it, just bring them in there anyways. Short time, you can grab all your stuff you want, and then you'll be in and out. Okay, so there it is. This is the special guest. So I promised everybody, you know, I'd do a what's in the bag, and this was out of the Cyber Monday shopping or something like that, right? So we just had Black Friday and all that. So I don't have sharp scissors like most people. They got their big old blade or something, right? Okay, so this is from Adafruit, and I'll do what I always do with them. I'll read the invoice and try not to take up too much of everyone's time. All right. So I got quite a few things on here. So I picked up another Adafruit QT Pi. This is the RP2040. And this is not it in my hand. What's in my hand right now is this is called the Adafruit Pi Cowbell Proto for Pico. So this is for the Pico. It's just a PCB, basically like a proto board, or like a shield, you know, like I'm just going to put the Pico onto this. So I'm just looking forward to it. You know, this is from them. I think it has a switch on it and a few other things. There's like a reset switch, and then also like I think that's a battery or a stemma connection on the bottom. Okay, let me keep going because I'm just slowing down here. It's just a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the QT Pi here. So we've seen these before. They're pretty small. They're just a microcontroller, and I got this one because last month or something I was trying to figure out what happened to the other one, and for whatever reason it's just overheating. It's burning up. There's like I think it's the voltage regulator chip is just getting super hot. So something's wrong. I don't know what I did or whatever. You know, sometimes I'm wearing glasses, sometimes I don't, and maybe I just shorted something out. It's probably not a polarity circuit thing on there, so you know, fools like me can burn stuff up. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, okay, looky. Okay, so I got two of these. This is the Pico Pi Cowbell. So I picked up two. Yep, quantity 2. See, I'm learning. I'm watching everybody out there on YouTube and everywhere. You know, you can't just have one item. You end up just really limiting yourself. Okay. This next thing is pretty trick. So this thing here is the flexible LED filament. So I don't know if you can see what this is, but I'm sorry. Let me try and open this. There we go. Yes. So check this out. Is this crazy or what? So you just apply a voltage to this and it will light up. I don't have anything right here. Maybe, I hope I don't burn this up. Let's try a real-time thing. Nope, this is probably dead battery. I'm just trying something real-time. No, okay. Alright, so, yep. So I don't have anything charged for that to run this, but check this out. Check this out. Look at this. And this is an LED. It's a flexible LED. So can't wait to get this one going. Okay. And that is, let me make sure I get it right, because if you're following me or doing anything, this is a Nude, NOODS, and its part number is 5503. That's 5503, and it's a flexible LED filament, 3 volt, 300 millimeter long. Can't get over that. And you know what I did? I got 2 of those. I got 2. You bet. So can't wait to see what comes out of that. All right, here we go. Keep going. Thanks again, Adafruit, for being out there, for helping the community, just being a part of, you know, everything going on. This is the Pico. These are header pins, so I like them because they're actually the right size. I don't have to size them, so that'll be good, because those are going to probably go into the Pico Pi, the cowbell. Yep, here's another set, so we got to make sure we have a set. Those are headers, right? All right. Oh boy. Here we go. This little baby right here. This is a wire LED, 5-piece. And I don't know if you guys have seen these on there. Let me see if I can get it right here. Miniature wired LEDs. This is 0805 SMT LED, and its part number is 5487. I can't wait to do this. My son's into little figurines, and I think these are the things to make them really pop, to make their weapons light up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this a try and see how that goes. But they're super small. I don't even know what size they are, but they're 3 volts and there's 5 pieces in there. Oh, and look at that. So I got 2 sets, right? That's right. Okay, here we go. Let's see it. Okay. All right. Real quick, thank you everybody. I did take a little vacation there for a while, and now I've got some new charter with doing as many posts as I can within a short period of time. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for making this fun. I hope I'm making it fun for you too. A couple things. Remember, family first. Go be you. And this holiday, try to focus on family. Try not to be that crazy person at the party, and just have a good time. Enjoy yourselves this year. Next year, I think it's just going to be harder. So let's just focus on all the good things that have happened over this last year, and how everyone stuck together. And hopefully times will be good for everybody. And if I don't see you again, I probably will see you again, but if I don't see you again, you don't come back on, then take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.